Hello viewers, myself is Dr. Neeta and you are watching my channel Learn Literature with Dr. Neeta. So let us begin today's topic. Hello dear students, today we will learn about Natya Shastra, which is the oldest text in the world. It is more than 2500 years old. So let us begin. So first we would discuss about origin of Natya Shastra. Natya Shastra is the oldest surviving Sanskrit text on Indian dramaturgy. Dramaturgy is the art of dramatic composition and representation. It is a commentary on Indian aesthetics, poetics and performing arts like dance, music and literary traditions. It means the principles and the objectives and the details that were given in the Natya Shastra are not applicable merely to the literary traditions. Rather, they are applicable to dance and music also. As far as the composition date of Natya Shastra is concerned, it is a little bit disputed and the different critics are having their different opinion regarding its composition date. But majority of critics agree on the fact that the composition date of Natya Shastra varies between 200 BC to 200 AD. As far as the authorship is concerned, it is also disputed because it is such an old kind of book and it is believed that it had been written by the mythic Brahman sage Bharat Muni. Though it has been written in verse form, it means in the form of poetry, but some of the passages of it are also composed in prose. Now the myth behind the origin of Natya Shastra. According to that myth, Natya Shastra, all the gods requested Lord Brahma to produce something to play which could be seen, heard, enjoyed by all the people. So here you will have to keep in mind that prior to the origin of Natya Shastra, all the four Vedas were already written by Brahma. And after that, these Vedas were such complicated books or scriptures that they were read merely by some selected people. So, Indra along with the other gods and goddesses went to Brahma and asked him to produce something that all people can easily see, hear and enjoy them. So, Brahma in his meditation extracted the essence from all four Vedas and created Natya Veda. So Brahma created another Ved, the fifth Ved. After the the fifth one was created and it was known as the Natya Veda. And this Veda was possessing all the things that he extracted from all the four Vedas. He then asked Bharat Muni to make this art known to mankind. Bharat did the same and composed Natya Shastra. So he is called the father of Indian theatrical art form. Bharata alone could not do this. So he, with the help of his pupils and sons, he was having the 100 sons, he was capable of doing this, and that is why he is called the father of Indian theatrical art form. Natya Shastra is in the form of dialogues. Now, the dialogues are going on between Bharat and the number of sages or the munis who approached him to know about it. And they asked a number of questions, amongst which 5 questions were the main questions, and Bharat gave answer to these questions, and these questions and answer make the text of Natya Shastra. It means the Natya Shastra is in the form of question and answer. Questions were asked by the sages or the munis, including his sons also, and answers were given by Bharat. Now see the creation of Vedas. Natya Veda, it is also known as the fifth Veda. 4 Vedas were also existing. So Brahma extracted something from each Veda. Speech or art of recitation he extracted from Rig Veda. Music and song he extracted from Sam Veda. Art of acting he has extracted from Yajur Veda. Ras and Bhava he extracted from Athar Veda. And in this manner he created a new Veda that is known as Natya Veda. Here you should keep in mind that the objective of Natya Veda was the extraction or the creation of rasa. And this is the main motive, and all the other 3, it means the acting, speech, music and song, they were set in such a way that rasa may be produced. So the most significant aspect is the rasa and bhava, which he has taken from Atha Veda. And about rasa and rasa theory I would let you know in the next video. Now the commentary on Natya Shastra. Natya Shastra is a very complicated and detailed kind of book, and it is very difficult to understand. So a number of critics and writers have commented on Natya Shastra, and some of these commentaries are missing. But the oldest and the most authoritative commentary on Natya Shastra is Abhinav Bharati by Abhinav Gupta. Abhinav Bharati is the name of the commentary which is on Natya Shastra, and it has been written by Abhinav Gupta, who was an 11th century Kashmiri philosopher. He interpreted its every aspect, and his commentary is considered a companion book to Bharata's text. To understand Bharat's text, it is very essential to read the commentary of Abhinav Gupta. Now, I have tried to show in this slide Natya Shastra in a nutshell. So, Natya Shastra is having 36 chapter, and it total number of slokas or the poetic verse is 6,000, and Natya Shastra is pointing out each and every detail of performing art. So these are the details which I have shown all around it. It is Natya Shastra is discussing about dramatic composition, the art of dramatic composition, how the drama should be composed, what should be the structure of the drama, how the construction of the stage, but how stage should be constructed, what kind of musical instrument should be there, how the body movements is effective body movements can be used on the stage by the actors, how the music and performing art should be integrated so that rasa may be produced, how what are the different kind of actings and what kind of makeup and costume should be there, and what is the role of the director. Each and every minute detail is there in Natya Shastra. Now come to the chapter wise idea about Natya Shastra. The chapter first is Natyotpatta, is the origin of drama, and it contains 127 shloka in which the myth related to the origin of Natya Shastra has been described about Indra and Brahma, etc. Chapter second is Natya Mandapa. It is related to theatre. It is 105 shlokas are devoted to it, and 3 kind of theatres were told in it. One is the rectangular theatre, the square, and the triangle theatre. The third chapter is Ranga Devata Puja. It means the worship of gods and goddesses. It contains 102 shlokas, and worship of Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, Ganesh, Brihaspati and other gods has been depicted in it, and how it is essential and what kind of worship should be done prior to the performance of a drama has all been described in this chapter. Now the chapter 4 described dance, and mainly the Tandava dance. It contains 320 shlokas, and in this different kind of postures of the dancers have been described. The movements of their limbs and gestures of their faces and their body, they have been described. Chapter 5th describes Purva Ranga Vidhana. It means all the kind of worship and rituals that are presented before the actual presentation of dance or the drama has been described in the chapter 5th, and it is containing 174 slokas. Chapter 6 and 7 describe rasa theory. It is the most important part of Natya Shastra, and this rasa theory, you should keep in mind, it has been described in the 6th and 7th chapter. Chapter 8th to 13 describe the art of acting, how the acting should be done, and the stage instruments as methods of holding accessories, how the actors should hold the weapons and the other things, and how they should move on the stage. All these details have been described in these chapters. Now the chapter 14 to 19, they describe how the actors should speak on the stage, what should be the meter of the words, and what kind of language should be used according to the characters. The chapter 20 to 21, they describe the different types of drama and the structure of drama. What should be the structure of the drama and how many kinds of dramas are there? It has been described in the chapter 20 to 21. The chapter 21 to 26 describe the different moods of the actors, costumes, their gestures, their makeup, etc. The chapter 27 deals with the factors responsible for a success of a production. When we are trying to produce a drama, we definitely need that it should be successful. So what are the different factors that are responsible for the success of drama have been described in this chapter. The chapter 28 to 33 describe the music, significance of music, the theory of music, the types of musical instrument, techniques of singing, and the significance of songs. These chapters are basically considered very important in the field of music also. Music on the whole is the integrated part of the drama, and that is why it has been presented here. The chapter 34th to 35, they describe the different types of characters and how the role should be distributed, and what is the significance of this kind of dance and acting and drama on culture. How all these things affect the culture has also been described in these chapters. The chapter 36th one and the last one describe a myth related to the theatre, how the sons of Bharat Muni tried to create each and everything, or how they asked the question, and Bharat Muni was having 100 sons, and how this thing was composed. It has all been described in the chapter 36th. I think you have understood the basic idea of Natya Shastra. So thank you for your patience listening.